Hey there, y'all. This is Jack, and today we're discussing Kagurabachi Chapter 17. And pour one out for my boy Sojo. I liked him, but you know what? It happens, it's a shame. And I legit think he died. All right, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Let's just go right into the review. Well, actually, before we do that, please consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm so close to 100 subscribers, so again, you'd have my thanks. All right? All right. Let's just jump right into the review. Also, I won't be going too much into their actual fight itself. I just want to more go into Chihiro's and Sojo's conversation because I found that very, very fascinating. Don't get me wrong, the fight was actually really, really cool. It's just I just giving a play by play of what happened. I mean, it's better if you just reread it. It is. All right. Okay. So yeah, as both of them are just clashing with blades at unbelievable speeds, we cut to the whole anime manga thing where they're kind of like in an inner world talking with each other, which honestly I think this could be interpreted as if it's actually happening or it's something a feeling that like it's actual happening with between Chihiro and Sojo. For me, because it seems like the way they're talking to each other, it seems like it could actually be like similar to how Naruto does when he talks with his enemies, like with the Obidos, for example, or like this is kind of like the author's a way of telling us how these two are understanding each other, as both of them are just coming at each other and slicing their each other's arms off, which is pretty crazy, I gotta say. All right, but as we get a table with Chihiro and Sojo at it, as Sojo gives Chihiro some the sweets, as he says, these got a chewy texture, and then after you swallow, you'll get a slightly sweet aftertaste. It's the best. This is how I show my respect. Eat up. And Cheeto just says, I don't like sweets. And Soldier's like, that's cold. I was hoping we could have a heart to heart, but all I sense is your bloodlust. But if we just go at it until someone dies, it'll be such a waste. All this time, you've been on my mind. You're Rokoshura's son, right? And Chihiro just remembers things like, who told you? But then he remembers back then when he fought Sojo that when he said, don't talk about my father's blade like that. So obviously gave it away for Sojo. Then Sojo continues, you helped me understand something I tried not to see, but I accept it. The nuance, a belief of yours. And then Chihiro says, then you have no business with the sacred blade. And Sojo says, I disagree. I'll wield the sword with my own beliefs as a weapon of mass destruction. And Cheeto essentially goes off saying, that's every day I saw how dad approached the sword every single day. That's wrong. And Soldier just says, the message I get from his work is to go slaughter an eye. And he thinks, wait a minute, every day with Rokoshura. And then he says, wait, stop, hold on. I'm not really curious on who he was. No, I don't want to know. Sorry about that noise. The car, As he says, I've already reached my conclusion, and I don't think I'm wrong, because just like you, recluse that kid, the fact remains. It answered my convictions and hardened me to gain more slaughter. So essentially, Sojo's essentially saying, like, okay, I get it. Yeah, Cheeto's like, yeah, the swords are not meant for killing. They're meant to be able to protect the people. And Sojo's like, no, I disagree. Swords are meant to kill. That's what swords do. That's what they're meant to do. And that's how I'm taking it. So again, very two interesting dynamics where Chihiro was actually there with his father. His father told him, yeah, swords are meant to fight, but they're also meant to protect the people. But or Sojo just says, no, they're meant to kill. Then when he realizes, oh yeah, wait, you're always with your dad. Don't tell me nothing about it. I've already come to my conclusion on what it is, and I don't want my, he's not. I don't want to say still manning. He's more like I already have my own interpretation on who I think he is and why he made the swords. Because clearly swords are meant to kill. They're meant to fight and kill. But Cheeto's again perspective is no, they're meant to fight and protect. Again, very two interesting dynamics as these two continue to attack each other. And then Sojo continues, you think you're the only one who can speak for Rokuhiria. I thought the same, but that's wrong. Anyone can take on that role. That's what the battle is. That's why the battle is meaningful, as both of them just continue going at each other, just fighting at each other. Because he's kind of right. Like it does come to a perspective on, okay, yeah, the swords. It depends what the sword is. Like the creator could make the sword, and he could say, yeah, it's meant for protecting, but in the end, what do swords do? They kill. They could be meant for killing too. So again, it comes to like I don't want to say death of the author for Chihiro's father. It might be I might be not coming up with a better word for it in my mind at the moment, but it's something I would assume it's something similar to that, where it's where you make something for like for a purpose and then someone else uses it as a repurpose for something else. Like wasn't black powder originally meant for fireworks and then people use it for guns? That's the closest thing that comes to my mind. Again, I don't know the ideals of whoever created the black powder, but it's I guess it's similar to that. Then we get Chihiro actually getting the sweets and just starts eating them, essentially indulging in. I'm interpreting this as he's indulging in Sojo's thoughts and beliefs. Not that he's not going to take his words into heart. He's more like I'm going to see it from your perspective, and we'll see how this goes as he's eating it, and he remembers his father's words saying, "There's still tools for killing people. These aren't necessarily the right answer. You're going to have to look at it through the world with your own eyes." Then Sojo says, "Those scared blades, they shouldn't be allowed to exist in the world." Then he remembers his father. "We'll learn to do that together. I accept that. Both of us speak for my father, which is precisely why I won't show you any respect. The only thing I will do is cut you down with even thicker bloodlust." And then them to continue their fight as Sojo essentially gets blitzed, but he swings and he missed Chihiro by a second. Chihiro just avoided it by 1 second. Comes in as he remembers all his father's making the swords and everything. That comes down and just essentially just slices a massive slice through Sojo. I don't know if he's cut in half, but we see a bunch of trees and everything behind him get sliced, and even one of the sacred blades that Sojo's holding gets destroyed. And honestly, as much as I love Sojo, I'd be okay if he died here. I like this guy, but at this point, he should probably die. And I will say, when we're looking at this whole fight, both of them are pretty wounded, but Sojo, I would definitely say, is far, far more wounded. So I could accept Cheeto getting slightly healed by Char and then coming into this fight being able to beat Sojo and Sojo nearly defeating him. I could buy that Cheeto would take the win. So yeah, I'm gonna give this chapter an 8 out of 10. I really, really liked it. Yeah, again, the characters were pretty good. Cheeto, looking at a perspective that swords, they are kind of they are they are meant for killing, but that doesn't mean that's what I have to stand for it. When I'm wielding my father's sword. So yeah, interesting, I gotta say. So yeah, that essentially concludes my review. Let me know what you guys think. You guys think Sojo's dead? I think so. If he's not, I think he should be dead, to be honest, especially what just happened here. But yeah, I like the guy, but what can you do, right? And if they ever animate the series and they ever dub it, I'm going for Sojo. All right, I'm gonna go for it. And, who knows? Maybe I'm joking. Maybe I'm not. Anyway, you guys take care and have a good one. Later, guys.